evening. My name is Judge Kevin Washington. I serve as the Town of Windsor Human Relations Commission Chairman. Stop clapping, Lisa. It's too early for that. I welcome you to the 27th Annual Bridge Builder Awards. This award is given to community members who do have excellence in human relations. I have a little quote that I'd like to say to you. It goes, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I do know, the only ones among you who will be really happy are those who have sought and found how to serve." Being recognized as a bridge builder is a recognition in what you do normally every day and or naturally in service of, to, and for others, and not even know that others are paying attention to your actions and not expecting anything in return for what you are doing. It is with great pride I welcome the 2023 Bridge Builders to a mesmerizing group of individuals in the community without doubt to what they do for others to make Windsor the special place that it is. And thank you, new members, for your extraordinary dedication and service. With that, I would like to first introduce to you our current commissioners. They are, to my far right, Joyce Armstrong. Commissioner Thomas Hayes. Commissioner Leticia LaTorres. Did I get it wrong? You're gonna have to work with me, Leticia. So. Our student commissioner, Aleks Gould. Our commissioner and secretary, Mr. James Madison. My vice chair, Ms. Castella Copeland. And me. Y'all know me. Nothing to scream about. Thank you. So first here, and I forgot to introduce our liaison, Mr. Patrick Makhi. Thank you. And you wouldn't see all the colorful things and the flyers that we send out without recognition of our his executive administrative assistant. I call her ours too, Patrick, so. Ms. Sandra Brown. All right, so we will begin with our first awards, which are first I'd like to recognize any bridge builders in the house. Old bridge builders, please stand. Thank you so much, bridge builders. So our first awards are our legacy awards. Our legacy awards are for those individuals who have served the community and have moved on to transition to another place. I first like to say, usually we only give one, but we had two outstanding individuals that were bridge builders that passed recently. And respectively, they are Miss Marian Sorbo. Can her family please stand? I just want to recognize her family. Thank you for the contributions of your mother, your aunt, your sister. Thank you. She was a wonderful person. And she was a 2019-2020 Bridge Builder Award winner. And also Mrs. Helen Jones. Would her family please stand? Thank you. And she is also, she was a 2022 Bridge Builder. So she was just last year. So both of these ladies touched my heart tremendously. And I thought without a thought that both of them need to be recognized for the service that they did for this community and making me a part of their families, and they didn't even know it. So thank you. First, I'd like to recognize Miss Marian Sorbo. Put the glasses on and stop being vain. Miss Marian was a 2019 Bridge Builder honoree She was a lifelong resident of Connecticut. She was born and grew up in New Britain with her 3 siblings and graduated from New Britain High School. Upon graduation, she took a job with New Britain Public School System and worked for 4 years after marrying Mr. Paul Sorbo. They lived in a short time in Litchfield, Connecticut, where she worked as a secretary at Litchfield High School. They moved to Windsor when Paul was appointed business manager of the Windsor Public School System. He later served as superintendent of schools for 19 years. Marian and Paul raised their 4 children, all who attended the Windsor Public Schools, and established deep roots in town while developing countless dear friends and rewarding relationships. Miss Marian was a Girl Scout for 50 years, a member of the St. Joseph Church Prayer Shawl Ministry, and was a steadfast supporter of the Windsor Library Association. I know because she gave me a book one time. She was good at that. Northwest Park and the Windsor High School Art Department. Both Marian and Paul were dedicated to the equitable treatment of all people and involved with Citizens for a United Windsor and Ebony and Ivory Keys, which is the root of this commission. Predecessor to the bridge builder was Mr. Paul Santos. She was a Paul Harris Fellow of the Rotary Club of Windsor Locks, where she actively maintained many worldwide relationships that she and Paul began his tenure as a district governor. Rotary International encourages its members to look beyond yourself, and Marian endeavored to meet that challenge every day. To have met Marian is to have witnessed her genuine concern for others and experienced her heartfelt kindness for all. Ladies and gentlemen, first Legacy Award winner, Ms. Marian Sorbo.
If I may, I'd like to say a few just I apologize, it's not been that long since our mom passed away. And I just want to thank the commission for choosing her to have this Legacy Award on top of the award that she received in 2020. I want to congratulate all the other awardees tonight, as I appreciate how much this is a special award. Our town, our country, our world needs more bridge builders. Receiving this award is particularly special to our family because she received it earlier, and also, as was mentioned, because our father received this award over 20 years ago. When our parents moved to Windsor in 1958, it was so my father could accept an offer to be a business manager here in the Windsor schools. My parents arrived with 2 children and soon added 2 more. Our family and our father's career thrived in Windsor. All 4 children attended Windsor Public Schools and graduated from Windsor High School. And Dad eventually was appointed superintendent, a position he held proudly for 19 years. For our mom, Windsor has been a place to develop lasting relationships and dear friends. Our neighbors, our friends, all the residents that she met along the way contributed to her wonderful life. Along the way, my mom and dad embraced the Rotary International Organization because it advocated putting people first and challenged them to look beyond themselves. Building bridges is an important part of that philosophy, and one that Mom always pursued in her personal interactions. For her to be honored tonight as a bridge builder is an honor that our whole family will cherish forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And our second Legacy Award winner is Mrs. Helen Jones. Mrs. Jones was a 2022 Bridge Builder honoree. She was a Windsor resident for many decades and was a dedicated server of others in the community by sharing Windsor's history. Previously, Ms. Helen was an active member at the Wilson Congregational Church and participated in numerous events. Later, she attended the First Church in Windsor and was a dynamic asset involved in spirituality, supporting many others, and involving herself in the community. Ms. Helen helped many youths and young adults in town with her positive attitude, kind spirit, and earnest listening. Ms. Helen's enthusiasm and positivity helped many in Windsor feel accepted and loved. She had countless meaningful conversations about race, history, and current events that encouraged Windsor residents to look at matters from a new perspective. And she was a personal hero of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, our second Legacy Award winner, Mrs. Helen Jones.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank you, Judge Washington and the Windsor Commissioners. My name is Ken Jones. I'm my mother's first-born son. I'd like to recognize my sister Kimberly is also here, and my Aunt Daisy, my mother's sister, is also here as well. On behalf of my mother, Helen Jones, this is an honor. I proudly accept this award in my mother's memory. My parents moved to Windsor in 1976. Windsor is such a wonderful and diverse town to grow up in and live in. My mother loved the people of the community of Windsor. She also was a member of First Church in Windsor, where she loved doing God's work and helping others. Her motto in life was, if I can help someone along the way, then my living will not have been in vain. And isn't that what's life about, helping one another? It's not just about you, the individual. And I think a good place to always start is like your church and a beautiful community like Windsor as well. Just recently my mother passed away, so, you know. But her spirit will live on through me, family, and all the people that knew and loved her. I proudly accept this Legacy Award. Thank you once again, and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. All right. Can we give our Legacy Award winners a round of applause? Thank you all for being here. Such appreciated. And it was last minute. That's So we move on to the Chairman's Awards, which are awards given by the chairman for human relations and involvement in the community. We have 6 Chairman Awards this year. However, 3 of the recipients are unable to be here this evening, so I will just read them off. And the first one is Mr. Jason Santos. Mr. Santos shares his love for the holiday season by showcasing his front lawn with over 60 inflatable holiday characters and music, while collecting food for the Windsor Food and Fuel. His outdoor wonderland is a popular Windsor display. There is no admission fee, and instead Santos places a large food collection near the candy cane walkway and encourages visitors to bring non-perishable canned or boxed food items to donate to the Windsor Food and Fuel Bank. Jason said, "I am fortunate to be able to share these holiday decorations with others, and it feels like the right thing to do is to give back and support our neighbors who need a little extra help during the holidays. The Windsor Food and Fuel Bank and the Windsor community greatly appreciate Jason's creativity and generosity." Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman Award winner, Mr. Jason Santos. Our second Chairman Award winner who was unable to be here tonight, and who usually is Mr. Gary Dowgewicz. Did I say that right, Patrick? Thank you. Gary has been behind the sound and lighting for many community events over the last couple of decades. I said decades. Did I say decades? From concerts on the town green.
Anyways, hey, welcome everybody. Yes, this is indeed the last concert of the concert season here in downtown Windsor, beautiful downtown Windsor. And
9/11 memorials.
And salute.
Nightmare on Broad Street, Juneteenth, and town council meetings through the Northwest Park Coffee House concert series. He did my first event, which was the International Peace Festival, which was years ago. Gary has been instrumental. Whenever you're in need, whenever we were in need, he was not working on the Saturday when the event was held. He just dropped whatever he was doing, and we were having technical issues, and he was there. How many people do that? I don't know if I'd give up my Saturday. Our sense of community has been enhanced by Gary's efforts to make these meetings and events special. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman Award winner, Mr. Gary Dowgewicz. Our next Chairman Award winner who was unable to be here is Miss Gabrielle Barnes. Gabrielle Barnes is a Windsor native who over the last 15 years, has worked in public, academic, and special libraries, on the front lines and in management. Most recently, Gabby was the media manager at Hartford Public Library. About 7 years ago, Gabby started doing formal social justice work, facilitating, consulting on projects, and organizing in her community. In 2016, she received a trauma-informed care certification with the Village for Families and Children. And in 2017, a formal Train the Trainer certification with National Conference for Community and Justice, NCCJ. Gabby's goal is to make libraries more empathetic spaces for teenagers, specifically Black and brown youth. Gabby was a Master of Library and Information Science degree from the University of Washington and has received several awards for her innovative work with teens. Ladies and gentlemen, our Chairman Award winner, Ms. Gabrielle Barnes. Our next Chairman Award winner is Win TV. Led by Ms. Jenny Horan, Executive Director, Jenny's road to Win TV began at WTNH, Channel 8, my favorite TV station, in New Haven, where she wrote, produced, and directed local commercials and promotional programming. She moved to WDRC AM/FM radio as Commercial Continuity Director before opening her own design business in 2001. Jenny is a graduate of Southern Connecticut State University with a degree in journalism, studied web design at Manchester Community College. Jenny is a hometown Windsor girl who married a hometown Windsor boy, Fred, who together have raised hometown Windsor daughters, Sarah, Katie, and Michelle. Howard Marsh, production supervisor at Kid Vid coordinator. Howard is a gifted video producer and filmmaker who brings to work as KIDVID coordinator a sense of fun as well as responsibility to teach great storytelling through the medium of television. He is a role model to our young people, an example of someone who is always learning and sharing his passion for television and film. Jamil Ahmed, editor and videographer. Jamil has been a freelance photographer for over 5 years and is most recently producing online content for business says across the New England area. Filmmaking is a passion for Jamil because he was involved in creative arts from writing to music since an early age. Jamil is excited to bring his creativity to Win TV and share his love for filming and editing to the community. Phyllis Starkdetter, did I say that right? Thank you. Is their administrative assistant. Phyllis is not only Win TV administrative assistant, but she does double duty at the Windsor Chamber of Commerce in the same role. Phyllis keeps Win TV organized and on task, and also brings a creative background as an artist. Come by, see her smiling face, and say hello. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman Award winner, Win TV.
All righty. Steve? Good evening, everyone. I'm Lorenzo Elliott. I'm the president of the board of directors of Win TV. And I just want to say to Mr. Washington and the commissioners, thank you. We are truly humbled by this award. And then it's also fitting that this is our 40th anniversary of Win TV as well. So this is extra icing on the cake. But when I tell you that the responsibility, or not the honor, I would say is the better word for it, that I have to serve as a board member and then as the president of Win TV, to have such an awesome crew, such an awesome group of individuals, loving, caring people, starting with Jenny, Howard, Jamil, Phyllis, and the board of directors, though some may not be here, but also we have Steve with presence with us, which we're also celebrating with he and his wife, the award that they're receiving. But it's such an honor to be able to present to the community the talents that we have that is Windsor. And all you got to do is turn on that television and you'll see what Windsor has to offer. So to that, we're truly humbled, we're appreciative, and we just thank you for this awesome award. Thank you very much. Now, and really quickly, you gave a preacher a microphone, so you gave me 4 minutes, I gave you back 2. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next Chairman Award winner is Mr. and Mrs. Steve and Sue Porcaro. And I have to say something funny before I read this. So it was announced at church by Pastor Nicole, who is also a bridge builder, on last Sunday that Steve was getting an award. So we were leaving church, and Sue says, "He doesn't know that, does he?" No, he doesn't know it, but what she really didn't know is she was getting it too. So Steve and Sue Porcaro, as the owner of 14-All Coaching since 2005, Steve is passionate about helping individuals and organizations achieve their goals through effective sales, leadership, and business development strategies. Because we live in a world where it's harder to be heard, Steve founded Sales Plus MVP Academy to provide the education, tools, and tactics to cut through the noise. His mission is to empower growth by not only imparting strategies and techniques to improve, but also by giving continued support to business owners, entrepreneurs, and teams who are dedicated to helping organizations level up. Steve is a graduate of Coach University and Mohican Community College. His previous experiences include serving as a surgical technologist in the United States Navy, an independent sales consultant and trainer for major medical device companies, a certified Master OASIS trainer, and a DISC behavior facilitator. Steve is active in the community and serves on various boards and committees, including the Boy Scouts of America, Connecticut River Council, the Windsor Chamber of Commerce, Windsor Emergency Management, and is past president of the Connecticut chapter of International Coach Federation. A Massachusetts native, we'll forgive you for that, Steve. Steve moved to Connecticut while serving in the United States Navy in 1983. Sue is the office manager at the Windsor Historical Society. Okay, George, you got the award 2 years ago. It's not on you. When you call the Historical Society, she coordinates the reception desk, volunteers, and she creates all of the Society's marketing materials and graphics. Genealogy has been Sue's passion for many years. Sue also has been drawing since she was about 5. She often got into trouble by drawing inside book covers. She moved to portraitures at age 16 and branched into fashion by 18. Sue has been an advertising layout artist, an art director for 2 major department stores, and a full-time illustrator for a publishing company. She has illustrated books, magazines, websites, religious candles, posters, and clothing. Her fine art is done entirely in colored pencil and is available for purchase at Originals and Prints. Steve and Sue raised 3 boys who currently all 3 serve in the United States militaries, and 3 dogs in Windsor. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve and Sue Porcaro, Chairman of Woodard.
Thank you.
And if you all have a word.
Yeah, go for it.
Come on.
Well, I just want to say thank you very much. And when he said that I didn't know, I really didn't know that this was happening. And it's very easy to go along in life and do what you do and not think anyone notices. And this was very special. Thank you.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Love you guys. Thank you, Porcaros. And our last Chairman Awards winner, but not our least Chairman Awards winner, is one of our youngest award winners. And his name is Mr. Makhi Ettienne-Modeste. Am I pronouncing that correct? Where is Makhi? Where is he?
Ettienne-Modeste.
He's way back there. Hey, young man. Makhi was a 5th grader at John F. Kennedy School when he was selected as the 2022 Connecticut Kid Governor. Makhi was elected on his Protecting Our Pets platform, which focuses on 3 points. 1, educate Connecticut 5th graders about the signs of animal abuse and showing kindness towards companion animals. 2, create posters that raise awareness of showing kindness towards companion animals. 3, donate to local animal organizations to help animals that have been abused. Makhi participates in many sports, including basketball, football, and soccer. He also enjoys playing with his dogs, Blue and Paco, playing checkers, reading, and spending time with his family and friends. Makhi's leadership qualities include being empathetic, outgoing, patient, and most importantly, loving. And I'd like to welcome our Chairman Award winner for 2023, Mr. Makhi Ettienne-Modeste. And would Mom please stand? And that's his mom. Thanks, Mom.
There you go. Congratulations. You're welcome.
Congratulations. How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you. Take the podium, sir.
Say a few words.
Good evening. I would like to thank Judge Kevin Washington and the Bridge Builder Committee for this special recognition. I would also like to thank the whole Windsor community for all their support and encouragement throughout my term as the 2022 Connecticut's Kid Governor. My work as Kid Governor focused on my platform, protecting our pets. It is about stopping animal abuse and showing kindness towards companion animals. During my term, I was able to accomplish all 3 points of my Protecting Our Pets platform. Here's what I did. First, I hosted a virtual educational program back in March. I worked with the Department of Agriculture and the Connecticut Humane Society to educate 5th graders about the signs of animal abuse and the importance of showing kindness to companion animals. Second, I partnered with the Department of Children and Families as well as the Department of Agriculture to host a statewide poster contest. 5th graders submitted their entries based on this prompt. How can kids show kindness towards pets and companion animals at homes or in shelters? The winner of the contest was Danielle from Greenwich Catholic School in Greenwich, Connecticut. She did a great job. Third, I encouraged 5th graders to donate and raise funds for their local animal shelters. I learned about what animal shelters need researching and visiting animal shelters in our state, like Where the Love Is in Hamden, Connecticut. I created resources for kids to help them make donations. Those included information about what to donate and how to make or collect items. My cabinet and I even spent time making pet toys so we can donate items too. I'm so happy to have served as the 2022 Connecticut's Kid Governor. Together, we can make a big difference in our state and help many animals who need us. I hope you will go to ct.kidgovernor.org to learn more about my platform, my term, and the members of my cabinet. You can even learn about my successor, 2023 Kid Governor Ettienne-Modeste. Thank you again to Judge Kevin Washington and the Bridge Builder Committee for recognizing me tonight and for your support. Remember to treat companion animals with kindness and to protect our pets.
Mom, he was so short when I saw the picture. He's growing like a weed. Oh my God. He's 6th grade now, right? Yes. Yeah. Congratulations, Makhi. I think we have a replacement for Biden in 20 or 30 years. All right. And Cassie?
Yes. I'm going to start by reading off our other awards. For those who don't know me, I'm Stella Copeland Smith. I'm the vice chair, and I'm going to read a couple as well. So for our first Bridge Builder Award, I'd like to recognize Leticia Colon de Mejias. Leticia Colon de Mejias is the recipient of multiple national honors related to her work in energy equity, building retrofits in vulnerable communities, environmental justice, and writing. She is a board member for numerous local and national organizations, including the Connecticut Governor's Council on Climate Change and the United States NEJAC Board, which advises the federal EPA in environmental justice policy. She is the National Building Performance Policy co-chair and the Connecticut CWCSEO chair of Latino Affairs. Leticia is a visionary who leads with tenacity and passion. Her work has been highlighted by the U.S. Congress, the U.S. Department of Energy, the United States Department of Education, Time Magazine, TEDx, WNPR, the Hartford Courant, Hartford Business Journal, the National Small Business Association, and the National Building Performance Association, and many others. After a successful 16-year corporate career in healthcare, medical research, workforce development, and community relations at Hartford Healthcare, Leticia opened her own energy-efficient company in 2010. As the founder of Energy Efficiency Solutions, Leticia leads one of the largest Latina and woman-owned energy demand reduction companies in the country. Her efforts have helped Windsor residents utilize building retrofits to protect the environment, improve health, conserve energy, and reduce utility costs. Leticia focuses on teaching the Warrior Way, which teaches how we can take action-based approaches to solving human disparities and lowering environmental burdens. Without further ado, Leticia Colon de Mejias.
Just forget that the rest of y'all.
Did I say a few words?
Yeah. She's like looking at me like,
I'm not sure it's fair to make me. I'm not sure it's fair to make me follow that young man. That said, I don't have as well of a prepared speech as he did. So I'll just say this. You know, I moved to Windsor about 21 years ago. I moved here from Tolland, which is much less diverse. And I live on Palisado Avenue, which is a historic area. I love where I live. I feel honored to be a member of this community. I have learned so much here in town, made such good friends. My children enjoy the school system, all the sports. I feel like our leaders and appointed legislators are just good people. It's an honor to be a part of this community. We've had the joy of owning, you know, several businesses that are right here on Pearson Lane. Everything from community engagement to just in October, I had one of the best events here that I've ever had, where we had over 120 Windsor families come over to our house, our farm, and our wetland woodland walk, and many of our neighbors came together to decorate the woods. It was just awesome. We actually performed Thriller, the video. So if you can imagine 120 regular people putting on Michael Jackson, that was about the most awesome thing I've ever done. I've had the joy of working with the Win TV group and kids at Sage Park and St. Gabriel's and Windsor High and Loomis Chaffee. But I have to say, I am honored to be recognized, and I really appreciate it. I think there's so much value in building bridges. And we had a rough time recently, you know, some difficulty with the president that we had. And all I could hear about was build the wall, build the wall. And all I could think about was like, we should build the bridge, build the bridge. So when I found out about this award, I was so excited, because I am so much more of a bridge builder than a wall builder. I'm about tearing down the walls and connecting the folks to one another. And I'm honored to be part of a group that builds bridges instead of walls. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Before we get to our next recipients, we're going to take a brief 10-minute break. There is food. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. It's free pizza and water and soda. There's also vegetarian, vegan options as well. So feel free to do what you got to do, and we will resume at 7:30. And our next bridge builder, she's unable to be here because she's volunteering out in the community, like she does. But one of my personal favorites, one of my favorite teachers of all time at Windsor High School is Miss LaTosha Woodard. LaTosha Woodard is a dedicated teacher and mother of 3. She was previously a volleyball coach at Windsor High School and a big supporter of Windsor athletics. LaTosha's commitment to youth has aided many young ones and who have learned about health and self-care. LaTosha is also a yoga instructor and has helped community members dive deeper into their faith formation. She actively volunteers at the Christ-centered church with their outreach program. LaTosha's positive energy, enthusiasm, and coaching have impacted many lives. She's noted as one of the most profoundly impactful teachers and has molded the lives of youth all around the town of Windsor. LaTosha is also a part of the Zeta Phi Beta sorority, where she volunteers and improves many's quality of life through volunteerism and many other things. The community is grateful to have LaTosha as a leader, teacher, and friend. So I'd like to honor, and we can just give a round of applause since she's not here. Our our next Bridge Builder Award is for Aleks Gould. Yeah. Aleks. Yeah, we can clap for you. Yes. Aleks is a high school student at the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering in Windsor. She is a strong leader who naturally advocates for and includes others, which is evident in everything she does. When she was captain of her soccer team, she cooperatively led the team. She would take in account the wishes of everyone and make decisions that met the needs of everyone. She was very vocal about including every player, which was not always popular, but she did it anyways. Aleks was one of the first players selected as Player of the Week and was one of the only two who received the year-end Pride Award, given to other players who exemplified the school's values of expect excellence, act with courage, demand equity, and embrace collaboration. In the classroom, Aleks is outstanding scholastically, and she is equally understanding and inclusive with classmates. In addition to race, ethnic, cultural, and religious understanding, she vigorously supports the LGBTQ and other minority communities. Her effectiveness in communicating supports a collaborative and cooperative environment. Outside the classroom, Aleks volunteers extensively for the Windsor Food and Fuel Bank. She led the soccer team's community service project, which was a food drive. She also brought friends and family when her school hosted the Windsor Rotary's food project. Both of these efforts benefited Windsor Food and Fuel. Her extracurricular activities include the robotics team, the debate team, and drama club, and recently, our newest student commissioner. So without further ado, Aleks Gould. Would you like to say a few words?
I'd first like to thank my fellow commissioners for doing this and continuing to do this year after year. I would also like to thank everyone here tonight for celebrating me and all of the other recipients of the Bridge Builder Award. I would like to thank my family for giving me the opportunity to reach different communities and have a diverse understanding of just life. I'd like to thank my friends and teachers for always being there and giving me advice and useful tips whenever I need it. And I would like to say that when I was little, I never thought I was gonna, I knew I was gonna be something, but I didn't think I was gonna be you always wish to be something, and I didn't expect to reach it at age 14. So I'd just like to thank everyone and everything. Thank you.
I kind of think that's going to be an Oscar speech. I'd like to thank all you people that paid to see billions to see my movie and watch me stroll down in my evening gown on the red carpet. My name is Aleks Gould. I used to be a bridge builder. Our next Bridge Builder Award winner is Miss Priscilla Ford. She is involved in community as a community member. Over the past 30 years, she has been dedicated to the youth at First Church in Windsor. She has coordinated youth faith formation trips, discussions about contemporary topics, summer programming, and more. Priscilla's kind spirit and care has impacted many young adults to be confident versions of themselves. She has also assisted in putting together youth service activities with local homeless shelters. Priscilla's patience and willingness to listen to others has helped many in Windsor discover what it means to be a person of faith through their actions. We are grateful for the everlasting positive impact Priscilla has on our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, Bridge Builder Priscilla Ford.
You'll say a few words? Thank you so much. Please. Oh my
goodness, this is too much. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to the town for so many reasons. My children were raised here, and thank you all for that and providing such good examples and a good, fertile place to raise a family. I'll be forever grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Priscilla. Our next Windsor Bridge Builder Award winner is none other than Mr. Ronald Eleveld. Mr. Eleveld is a first-generation American and a product of Windsor. Ronald grew up in town and devotes countless hours to supporting our town. Countless. Just countless. Did I say countless? He has been elected multiple times to both the Windsor Town Council and Windsor Board of Education, and is an officer of the Rotary Club and member of the Masonic Lodge. The list of activities he is involved in is very long, but one of note is his yearly support of the blood drive at the Masonic Lodge. Everyone agrees he does his best for all individuals. Ronald uses his passion, energy, and knowledge of budgeting to ensure that Windsor residents have the most services for their dollars, and that Windsor remains an affordable community. Ladies and gentlemen, Windsor Bridge Builder Award winner, Mr. Ronald Eleveld.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
As I said, being a politician, you don't want to give a politician the microphone. Yes, I've done a little bit at the blood drives. We have collected, I believe, over 4,000 units of blood over the last 20 plus years, and I'm commonly referred to as the vampire. I want to thank the commission and the members for this honor, and I'll keep it short and sweet. Thank you.
I do want to make a point that of the town council, I think four, five, including the town manager, which makes 5, of them are bridge builders. So I think that deserves a round of applause. Thank you. It's Councilor Lisa Bress is a bridge builder. Then there is our town manager, Peter Souza. And then Lieutenant Blackburk and Councilor Terranova, and now Ms. Eleveld. Okay. Go with it. All right, and our next 2023 Bridge Builder Award winner is Mary's Place. Mary's Place, a center for grieving children and families, is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to provide an atmosphere of trust, where families who are grieving a death can share experiences, receive support, and find comfort. Mary's Place provides a safe environment which encourages and supports children as they grieve in ways uniquely appropriate to their developmental stage. Through the use of tools such as art, music, and movement, children can express themselves without feeling different and connect with peers who have also experienced death. Mary's Place grew out of the vision and generosity of Carmen Community Funeral Homes and the insight of Mary King. Before founding Mary's Place, Mary was an oncology nurse clinician. In the course of her work, she recognized the need for a support system for young people who had suffered the death of a loved one. This led her to organize a young widow and widower support group in 1989. In 1991, she started a children's support group, which met in her apartment. As the number of children grew, the group moved to the student lounge at Loomis Chaffee School in Windsor, Connecticut. In 1996, with the help and support of the Carmen family, Mary's Place was formally established as a center for grieving children and families, and is located at 6 Quantic Avenue in Windsor. Mary passed away on September 22nd, 2021. The center is very grateful, sorry. The center is very grateful for the beautiful person Mary was and the legacy she left for them to carry on. Today, Mary's Place has several different peer support groups for children and families. All groups meet twice a month throughout the year. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 Bridge Builder Award winner, Mary's Place.
I know Mary is looking down and saying, good job, because she did put her heart and soul into establishing this organization. We are very pleased and honored to be part of the Windsor community, and we thank you all very much for recognizing us for the work that we do, and we will continue to move forward and make Mary and Windsor proud. Thank you.
All right, our next bridge builder is for Amani Rogers. I know, yeah, incredible. Amani Rogers is a high school teacher at the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering in Windsor. She teaches math to a diverse student population. In her classroom, all students have the opportunity to learn and not just understand math, but understand each other. Amani shows students daily that we are more alike than different. Amani is the Robotics Club advisor. In this role, which is beyond her teaching responsibilities, she leads a group of about 30 students who collectively build, program, test, and operate robots in casual and competitive environments. If you have ever worked with teenagers, you know to get 40 of them to work together on anything is quite an accomplishment. Amani does this by insisting on mutual respect, kindness, and considerate treatment. At the beginning of the school year, Amani joined the Equity Leadership Team and has emerged as the leader of this group. This position is also beyond her teaching responsibilities. Additionally, she designed the school's Racial Justice Awareness Week curriculum and was a major contributor to the school's Racial Justice Awareness celebration. Amani consistently expects excellence, acts with courage, demands equity, and embraces collaboration. Everyone, Amani Rogers. Would you like to say a few words?
Congratulations. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is very emotional. I am filled up to here with your kindnesses, and oh my goodness, this is awesome. Thank you to the commission and to everyone who came out tonight to support all of us in this work.
Our next bridge builder goes to Carol Englemann. Carol Englemann is well known to Windsor residents for her volunteer work throughout our community. She is a project volunteer at First Town Downtown and consistently participates in events that bring the people of our community together. As coordinator of the yearly Windsor Farmers Market, Carol furthers communication and understanding between racial and ethnic groups by ensuring vendors and local products to reflect the diversity of our community. She has created a gathering place where all are welcome to socialize, be entertained, shop, and sample a variety of foods from many cultures. Carol's commitment to inclusivity has created a unique opportunity for minority and women-owned businesses to be introduced to the community and grow. The market supports a diverse group of local farmers and provides a valuable learning experience for children to learn about agriculture. Carol also organizes Windsor Housing Authority events. After hearing from needy seniors and individuals with disabilities, Carol created a monthly market stocked completely with donations. Each month, she gathers donated food, toiletries, and household products and sets up a shop at 3 housing authority locations in Windsor. Carol also spends many hours as a volunteer for Project Santa, cooks for organizations such as the Windsor Lions Club, and helps veterans in need to furnish their first apartment after homelessness. We are amazed. I'll say it again. We are amazed by her stamina and tireless work to further cross-cultural understanding. Everyone, Carol Englemann.
Glad she's already cried. Thank you very much. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad other people already cried because I seem to be a real big baby right now. And I'll try to get through this. I want to thank everybody, the commission. Thank you, Judge Washington, and everybody that's here. I do what I do because Windsor has given me an amazing life, and I want to give back. Oh, God. And I just want to thank everybody for that, for the participation and their support that they give me that allows me to give back to the town. And if y'all wonder why I do what I do, my sister Jane took me by the hand on the first day that I took my first step, and she never let go of my hand, and she showed me the way. Thank you, everybody. Oh, God.
Our next Bridge Builder Award goes to the CRIS radio station, which stands for the Connecticut Radio Information System, or CRIS for short, is Connecticut's only radio reading service, a nonprofit that has been providing audio access for individuals who are blind or print challenged for nearly 4 decades. CRIS broadcasts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from regional satellite studios in Danbury, Norwalk, Norwich, Trumbull, West Haven, and their broadcast center here in Windsor. CRIS features articles published in more than 70 newspapers and magazines, including award-winning children's magazines available online and on demand. Programs powered by CRIS Radio includes CRIS Radio, CRIS Streaming, hospitals and other care facilities such as nursing homes and assisted living facilities, CRIS On Demand, CRIS Kids, CRIS Access, museums, and CRIS en Español. Currently, 86 schools are accessing CRIS Kids Audio Library, in which they offer custom recordings for teachers to meet the specific needs of their students. CRIS programs keep people informed about the world, the nation, Connecticut, and their local communities, and has proven to be a vital resource for individuals unable to access printed material. CRIS Kids offers educators a low-cost tool to help improve student literacy, reading comprehension, and reading ability. CRIS employs a staff of 4 full-time and 3 part-time people. They rely on nearly 300 volunteers statewide to help with the production, programming, voice talent, and day-to-day operations. Without further ado, CRIS Radio Station.
This is Windsor's Academy Award.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. If you want to say a few words, go for it. Okay.
Hi, my name is Paul Young. I'm chairman of the board of directors of CRIS Radio, and we would like to thank you for this very prestigious award, which we'll display proudly in just down the street. We're here on 159 here in Windsor. And while we are newer to Windsor than many of the people that received awards tonight, When we came here 15, 16 years ago, we were so welcomed by this community. We knew we found a home at last because we had been moving around from location to location. But this is our home. This is where we are expanding all that we do. You've heard a lot about what we do, but we can't do it without this kind of a staff and volunteers. Bob McAllister, a longtime resident here in Windsor, has been volunteering with us for over 30 years. And we have other volunteers that have been with us for 40 years. So it's a terrific organization. If you could just take for a moment and think about, you got up this morning, you read the newspaper, you found out what was happening today. If you're blind, if you're print handicapped, that's a challenge. And we help that community overcome that challenge. And without a little bit further ado, I'm going to have Diane just say a couple of words, which I know for you can be difficult. So keep it short, keep it sweet.
Thank you so much to the commission and for the nomination as well. We were completely surprised to be recognized for this, and it's really quite an honor. CRIS Radio is community driven, it is volunteer driven. And so we create and produce 14 hours of new content every single day. We cannot do that without the volunteers. And so the volunteers are the backbone of our organization. The community is the backbone of our organization. So we're just so very grateful for the incredible support that we get. And I just want to say thank you.
And staff.
Oh, of course, and staff.
All right. Nice job. Congratulations, everyone. And last but not least, there's one more. And then you can grab that food to go. The last and our last bridge builder is my dad, Charles Copeland. So I didn't write all of this, but part of it. A long time ago, in a place far, far away, Charlie completed a 3-week immersion course in corporate diversity education. In the early 1980s, immersion was defined as 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. for 15 days, a total of 210 hours in less than 3 weeks. He applied this training to a volunteer program at Aetna Insurance Company known as Consulting Pairs, which was a peer mediation group for project managers, project teams, and employees aimed at increasing cultural understanding, cooperation, and productivity with diverse groups of people. He has also completed the National Conference for Community Injustices course on anti-racism and has a certificate of diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace from the University of South Florida. At the First Church in Windsor, he was a Sunday school teacher for over 10 years, where he modeled respectful relationships and cooperation among everyone, and he taught more than 100 Sunday school students. Also at First Church, he has been a part of many committees and boards where he consistently creates a trusting environment that is inclusive to all. As a Cub Scout, Boy Scout, and Girl Scout leader in Windsor, he touched the lives of even more Windsor children and their parents. During the pandemic, he attended many of the Windsor Human Relations Commission Conversation Series events held online on Zoom. He participated and engaged in discussions with many Windsor residents. Also during the pandemic, Charlie took on a new career as an educator at the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering right here in Windsor. He was involved with teaching engineering and math for the first 2 years, and now he coordinates the after-school programs. Last year, he worked with the town of Windsor to bring an art show from the school to the Windsor's Town Hall in May, and will be doing it again this year. He also worked with the Windsor Rotary Club to host multiple food service projects at the school. Windsor's Food and Fuel Bank and food banks in surrounding towns received more than 40,000 meals last year alone. So without further ado, my dad, Charles Copeland. Hi, Dad.
Thank you.
I hope you liked it. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight, and I am honored to be not only amongst this group, but those last few pages of the folks who have come before us as bridge builders. Windsor's diversity is just an incredible asset to our town. I'm happy that I have both engineering and math students that made it tonight, as well as after-school program students. And a couple of fellow teachers are here, and my other two daughters are also here. So thank you all for coming, and I am very much honored. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the 27th year of Bridge Builders Awards. But before you go home, I just want to mention, I hope that we will be doing, for the first time, a Windsor Bridge Builder Service Award project. So I hope that you, with the rest of the classes that came before you, will join the Human Relations Commissioners in a service project. We are mapping out all the bells and whistles, and hopefully we'll send that out to you. Make sure we have your information if you are a bridge builder or Legacy Award winners in honor of your parents. Also, on Sunday, we will have a Martin Luther King with the Connecticut Poet Laureate, Antoinette Brimbell. See, that's why you keep young people on your side. And that will start from 1 to 4 at the Windsor Arts Center, and refreshments will be served. We are also in the midst of planning Juneteenth, and my commissioners are working very hard. We're working very hard. We're looking at the Holocaust and a whole lot of other things. So our conversations on race will also continue. They are via Zoom, so I hope you will join us in those, and they are all on YouTube if you missed them. I give great thanks to all of my commissioners that were here tonight. And if you know somebody that is deserving of a Bridge Builder Award, it's never too early or too late to submit. And I want you to take some pizza home and some Coke and get home before that storm comes. All the winners and Legacy Award families, please join us for pictures up front. And then commissioners, you will take a picture as well. And this will appear in the Windsor Journal on Friday, as well as WinTV, hopefully. And I think it will also probably go on YouTube at some point too. So I wish you a good night, get home safe, and take home something to eat so you don't have to cook. Have a great night. Thank you. And Bridge Builders, if you'll come to the front right here, and we'll snap the picture quickly.
You didn't know you were going to be a star tonight.
Everyone else set with taking pictures?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. All right, we're all set.
All right, thank you. Commissioners?
Wild one. Jane wants wild one.
Yeah, do whatever, yeah. Yeah, wild one.